Just to run like a pelican, he's gone. So we're going from chocolates to ball lollies, I think.
So up goes the ball, underway. Stewart first tap down. Very good start into the arms of Berg. Almost a forward 50 straight away for Corio. They now get it inside forward 50. 1-on-1 at full forward. Man in front. Oh, almost a good mark there, not taken. But now the North Geelong defence under a bit of pressure for the first time in the day, and they're equal to the task as Fitzsimmons, a long torpedo, has landed on centre wing, in fact almost in the arms of one of his teammates who couldn't hang on, and now the Corio side through Hearn. He goes, lovely pass, and has found Lazarick. Lazarick inside forward 50. Just a very bright start here for Corio as Berg's taken the mark, goes goalwards. It's a lovely looking kick, unfortunately offline.
That would have been a nice one to get early, Eric.
Wouldn't it? North Geelong side. Long driving kick, big driving kick, comes out to the halfback flank, nearly gets to the centre of the ground. Picked up, comes off hands. North Geelong will drive the ball forward. Heads out towards the social wing on this side, picked up there by Kane Schwennerson. Gives the handball back over the top. Comes in there to Hardman, gets his first touch for the day. Back over the top, ball comes back to Kane Schwennerson. He gives a deliver off then, and it was Jared Bryant. Ball goes forward, but it will be knocked out into the pocket, right against the point post. So up they go. Stewart, big tap back into the middle to Corio's advantage. Berg underneath it, kicked off the ground. Running out there will be Key, leading in the race for the ball. He'll get a deliver now. Little short chip kick comes in, but intercepted by the Corio team. Goes out wide now. Parker for North Geelong out there. Small handball over the top. Gives it to Luizzi. He goes over the top then again to, is that Clark out there? No, it would have been Bryant again, I think.
Key, I think.
Key again, was it? Comes off hands. Advantage paid. Oh, not a good advantage at all, but a bad kick equally. Shocking kick, and that ball will be marked by Chris Laurie for the Corio side in the last line of defence.
So Laurie now to bring the ball back for the Corio side. Not a good kick. Briggy almost intercepted, in fact, and they're keeping the ball inside that forward 50 North Geelong, but Cornwall takes it away for the Corio side, and Lazarick takes the mark outside defensive 50. Now Corio away. Good positive play, but gee, terrific defensive stuff by the North players. They're desperate to keep the ball in that forward 50. Hollands takes the mark, a handball to advantage, and nearly a diving mark for Clark. Can't hang on to it. Now the ball comes to Bryant again, been conspicuous early, looking for Briggy. 2-1 against Briggy down there. Can't beat the big fella, and Stewart brings it away. Mark taken by Parker for Corio. Umpire has called play on. I don't know why. Did he go off the mark? Okay, good call. It's picked up for North Geelong by Watts. He goes towards the full forward area. Corio in defence. Podner, terrific defensive stuff. He takes three on again and causes the spillage. Numbers are going to win for Corio at the moment. They go dangerous position, middle of the ground. Hollands is in position for North and does well. Oh, yeah. Wins the ball at ground level, goes looking for Clark over the top of Stewart. A magnificent mark from Sam Clark. Gave about 9 inches away in height, but jumped high. I don't think Stewie knew he was there.
I reckon he lost it in the sun, Stewie, a bit.
Did you?
Yeah.
Great mark, Sam Clark. Mark Stewart on the mark at about 48 from goal. Sam Clark now moves in. Good looking kick off the boot. It is a magnificent kick and gets the distance.
Stewie goes up against Hollands. Hollands probably gets the best of that one. Comes off hands by Burke. Back to Stewart. He gives a handball away to Berg. Wraps the ball onto his boot quickly just to knock it forward. Comes off hands. Ball comes out there to Perchek. I think that might have been. Ball smothered though. Does his own recovery. Picked up there. Haven't got a 41 on my sheet, Eric. I don't know about you. But number 41 for Corio, whoever that is, has picked the ball up on the outer side of the ground.
And they've had a swap and not notified us by the sound of it.
That's a fine.
Yeah, definitely.
Channeling Margaret Webb, Grubby, beautiful work. That's what she'd be looking for as a fine. Ball comes back in. Over the top was Jason Burke, got the tap away. But North Geelong will get the ball away. Comes to Key, off hands. Driving kick forward now for North Geelong. Comes out to the social club side of the wing. Leading in the race for the ball is North Geelong, picked up there by Schwennerson. Shrugs off the tackle, gets away nicely. Centres the ball back in, looking for, but can't find Van Kreuken there. Corio will pick up and come up to the outer side via, who's that? Cornwell, that is. Cornwell delivers the ball up high. Over the top comes Watts. He brings the ball to the ground. Liuzzi gets underneath and he will get the free kick for the push in the back as he dived on the ball, got the hard ball get, gives the ball off to Key. Quick handball. Key drives forward, horrible kick, and finds Cornwell in the way. Cornwell gets the kick up forward and he will find McConaughey. McConaughey goes into the middle, finds Lazarick. Takes the ball on the bounce, has a look, goes round one, plenty of time, kicks into a long lead, but there's really no one there. Oh yes, there was, it was Burke, comes off hands, he's running into an open goal. Matthew Wade, I think it might have been.
Yes, I think it was.
And a goal.
Moves to the circle, puts it in the air once again. Stewart wins that tap down. Lazarick can't control it. Fitzsimmons in the middle for North, wins the ball. Oh, there's a push in the back, not paid to a Cheney. Play on, set the umpire. Briggy, oh, a bit stiff there. Deemed kicking. Utakia. Oh, gee.
That's what I'm
have to do. As he has the footy.
Utaki. All right, Utaki it is.
Goes long towards middle of the ground. Stewart, good position. Oh, one hand takes them up. Thought about going on.
Play on that.
And now he gets.
Sell some candy.
He's showing a little bit of class there. Is Mark Stewart. The ball at half forward for Corio. Coming through strongly was Troy. Can't control it. Handball over to Fletcher. Now North are away. Fletcher chips the ball, and that was a good play to Hollands. Continues running. Takes the handball back.
Taken
right in front of our broadcast position.
Bit unfortunate.
They're in their quest to play on at all costs. They've got to be smart about it, Grubby, don't they? Fletcher wanting to go, had to go behind the mark, which he's now done. The skimming kick looking for Clark. In the way there was Parker. North come back through Jones to Clark. Clark off a step going towards Briggy. He's in good position and could have almost been paid the mark. Wasn't so. Ball comes to Grant Stewart. Kick off the ground. Gee, it's pretty scrappy at the moment, but finally Corio come clear. Lazarick on his own by 25 metres has a kick towards the centre wing. Hewen has got two to beat. He can't do that. Comes to ground. Swenison Brent gets a handball to Watts. Watts now, middle of the ground. Fitzsimmons all overruns, get clean bowled. Now picked up by Burke for the Corio side to half forward. Well, the umpire's paid the mark.
Well, if you're going to pay that, you should have paid the one up the other end, mate.
Kick by number 41 for Corio that name. We don't know. We'll have to find out at the quarter time break. Comes off hands. North Geelong are going to be able to clean up here. They do in the shape of de Blasio. He goes round the middle. Gives it to Matheson. Long kick then back from by de Blasio. Will go out to the outer side of the ground and a mark out there to Troy. Comes into Key. True centre half back position. Kicks off. Comes into the middle and finds Bryant. I think that might be there. Bryant, centre of the ground, drives the ball long, looking for Breggy over the top. Ducked the head a little bit, looking for the free. Umpire said no, thank you very much. And the ball will run out of bounds right in front of
Their changes are thick and fast here in front of us as the ball comes in from the boundary umpire. Front of the pack, Corio through Berg towards centre wing. Holland sitting back there, takes a mark, cops a heavy knock by McConaughey, but hung on to the football. Now handballs quickly to Jones. Jones another handball to Watts, and they're just overdoing a little bit North at the moment, and their handball's not quite hitting the target. Handball comes back to Hollands. Another handball, this time to Wright. Wright goes wide. Watts took his eyes off the footy, goes towards half forward. Well, courageous mark, Fitzsimmons. Now the run comes Bryant. Handball comes wide to Jones from the boundary. Jones towards full forward. It's touched through the line, through right on at 11 minutes gone.
Ball's been brought back in quickly, comes off hands. Perchek picks the ball up in the centre of the ground, drives the ball over the half-forward line. Picked up, though, by de Blasio for North Geelong. Half-back flank. Hollands gives him an option in the middle, but he doesn't go with that. He goes in centre. Hollands is still on in the middle of the ground, but they choose to go down that outer wing. And the mark will be taken by Bryant on the true wing position.
Lowy Hunter is number 41.
Hunter is 41. There we go. We'll try and get that one into the memory banks.
So the ball now came from Key to the goal square. On that occasion, North Geelong through Briggy, having problems with the number of players dropping back on him, so they might need to find another avenue to goal down there as Corio worked the way out of defence again. Long kick comes towards centre wing on his own Fletcher. Marks, plays on quickly, finds Key. Key now from the centre square, long to the goal square. Nobody there, but it beats all players. And off.
Short kick back in, and we'll find Matthew Wade out there at the centre half back position. He drives the ball out to the flank towards the wing. Leading in the race was Danny Ruck, but he couldn't bring the ball to ground. Podner picks the ball up. Good in and under work from him. He drives the ball forward. Bit of a scrubby kick though. Picked up by Berg. Gets the kick away. It's going to be a one-on-one contest. Fletcher underneath it for North Geelong. Should take the mark. Can't bring it to ground. He's now in a 3-on-1 contest.
Missed that.
Cornwell's horrible kick gets away after he should have been paid against dropping the ball. Oh, solid free kick again. Podner again in and under. Gets the ball.
That's a
Picks
better
up,
kick.
goes down, finds Fitzsimmons. He's all alone on the half-forward flank. He's going to drive it long, go for the open goal. Will it come back enough? No, it will not. It'll be another...
When they're there, Laurie kicks to himself at full-back. Now the skimming pass, not a good one. You've got to hit the target if you're going to do that. Now the kick comes off feet to Clark. Ball comes back to full-forward Briggy, going one-handed. You can't mark that way. And it's a rush behind to Corio. 1-4-10. To North, 1-4-10, Corio 1-1-7.
There was no pressure on him at all when he went through that. That's a free kick, isn't it? Or a ball up or something. You can't do that.
So
the ball came to Wade, and then there's been a whistle on play.
I think they've given it out of bounds, have they?
Out of bounds, he almost come off the side of his foot. Okay. Out of bounds it goes. So in it comes. Once again, ball comes off hands. Podner underneath once again. Snap at goal comes through, but racing back there and intercepting was Chris Laurie, and that will be another behind to the North Geelong side. They will go to 1-5. Corio 1-1. We're 14 minutes gone in this first quarter.
So Laurie to kick in again, kicks to himself. Briggy's should be a bit closer there and can thwart that. Great mark on the half-back flank. Then Corio continue to play positive footy. They go towards centre wing. Coming in as Parker and thwarts that attempt with a fist to the footy, and it's over the boundary line. True centre wing. 14.5 minutes gone. 1-5 North, 1-1 Corio, and the ball true centre wing outer side here at the Keith Barclay Oval. Ball comes in. Can't see Stewart, must be resting as the ball goes towards half forward. In fact, Kane Hayes maybe could have marked it, thought it was going out of bounds on the full. In fact, it landed on the line, and we'll have a ball in.
I think that was Chris Parker that took that really good mark, Eric, from where I sit.
Thanks, Grubby.
Beauty.
So the ball now thrown in. Swennerson doing some ruck work for North. Podner at ground level. Magnificent feed with a handball going goalwards, and that was 1-1-7 Corio. Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard. 15.5 minutes gone.
So umpire calls for Corio to get on with it. Play on he calls and the ball will come in. Comes out long, outer side of the ground. He's looking for Utakia. He takes a mark right in front of the social rooms here at Keith Barclay Oval. Has a chance, runs away, brings it up the centre wing position right in front of the ground. Oh, over the top, but a good mark. No, not paid to Hoon. Comes off hands as Cornwell. He'll take the ball and take it backwards. And a mark is taken there by Matthew Wade. Wade brings the ball back inside to the middle of the ground. He finds Dylan Smith. Smith, poor kick forward, drives it forward, could advance right for O'Toole. Picks up there by Jason Burke it is. He goes round, then gives it to his brother, drives the ball long, and a mark will be taken by Daniel Berg, if not the free kick, and a 50-metre penalty. He said you did it after the play. It was one of those ones that was right on the cusp, and Daniel Berg will kick a sure goal from the centre of the goal square.
Well, that's not all of North Geelong's worries either, because I got a funny feeling we may not see Paul Briggy for the rest of the day. It looks like he's done a knee.
Yep.
And he doesn't look too good.
So a goal to Daniel Berg from the...
If it's the same injury, we don't know that yet, of course.
So in the middle, it's again Corio. Got the tap down, and Barry O'Toole on the left foot, hooks it around the body, almost, in fact, makes it very good. McConaughey goes goal with a handball, then picks up his... Done the right thing, done everything right, except for the...
Back in the ball comes, and they find Van Creeken in the back pocket near the cricket nets. Goes back to the middle to Matheson. He'll take one bounce, drive the ball long to the outer side of the ground, looking for de Blasio, who brings the ball to ground. Podner there too, but de Blasio does very well, does his own roving work, comes off hands. They deliver the ball up hand, comes up the outer wing now. Plenty of options. Looking for Briggy, but can't find him. Clark leads for the race for the ball, can't quite pick it up. Corio recover. Comes back into the middle of the ground into the form of Baker. Baker drives the ball over the half-forward line. Picked up though by Watts. He delivers out wide to Hollands. He can't clean up. Or possibly in the back there, but will get away with it. Underneath that is McConaughey for Corio.
You got to get it out, son.
You got to get it on. The umpire doesn't like he's going to loading up. He's an old-style umpire. He's not going to let it go on like that. Ball goes out to the outer side of the ground now. Picked up by Fitzsimmons. Kenny Burney's player off. Gets rid of the ball. Under pressure there from Perchek. Good contest.
Great football.
He has the ball. Brings the ball back into the middle. And Podner in the way again. Podner Brings the ball into the middle of the ground looking for Luizzi. He can't take the mark. Over the back comes Jason Burke. Goes round, gets a little kick off hands and comes onto the outer side here. Finds his brother Shane Burke. Burke drives the ball forward looking for Lazarick. He's got
Just
a run
come
on.
off the bench.
Just come off the bench. Picks it up, drives a short kick in. Geez, they're not kicking long to advantage, are they? Watts does the work. Very hard work from Brady Watts. Gets round one, bends to the back. Belts a barrel onto the foot, goes over the half-forward line looking for Clark. Picks up, clean hands, handball out to Schwenneson. He delivers the ball in deep, and he will find Key right in the forward pocket. Difficult angle, right in front of the social rooms.
Jeez, that was beautiful ball control by Sam Clark. It was almost a half volley. It could have gone anywhere, and he just controlled it beautifully. Fantastic football.
Key, the most acute of angles, starting from outside the boundary line. Comes on, puts the ball on boot, and draws it too far to the side. And again, another behind to the North Geelong side. They will go to 1-7-13 to 2-1-13. All scores even. 20-minute mark, Eric.
Absolutely, and very interesting game, Andrew. The North Geelong side just can't seem to come to terms with the way Corio are playing at the moment. Corio really tackling one-on-one, and they've got the ball back in the back pocket now. Burke goes along towards the centre wing, and that's Jason Burke. Great mark in front there. Sure hands, and
That's a 50-metre penalty.
Whistle on play, I don't know.
I think he went within the 5-metre rule. He went too close before he kicked it, and the due 50 was awarded.
So Burke now will go almost to half of a man. The mark now is on half-forward flank, and it's Taylor Reynolds. He was complaining about the umpire blowing the whistle, but he's accepted the decision, and now Jason Burke will move in. It's a long kick towards full forward. North have got numbers back there. Have they got... oh, that's a great one-grab mark there. Looked like, I was going to say... in fact, it's de Blasio. Great mark. I think he's probably in his right place, Grubby, back in the back half. Although they don't seem to have enough up forward at the moment, the North Geelong side, as they're really struggling. Ball now comes back into the corridor. Another shocking kick for the North Geelong side. Intercepted by Corio. Barry O'Toole. Handball to the run there of Yataki. Unfortunately, Jones is in the way at half-back. It could have almost been 50. Jones now plays on quickly. Van Kreken on centre wing. Takes the mark. They're really mucking about with a key. Now they've got players on the other side of the ground.
Over the top.
Croy can't take the mark. He fell over. And now the turnover for Corio. This time through Baker. Goes towards half forward. Good mark for them. And this time it's Burke and Shane Burke. The two Burkes very prominent, Grubby.
They're very good players, aren't they?
The boys from Warrnambool.
Yeah, we only saw one of them early in the year.
So Shane Burke now, long left foot kick towards the full forward position. 2-on-1 down there as again it is Reynolds, goes out wide, finds Troy. North Geelong now, can they control it? Fitzsimmons takes the mark, they're back to centre wing. Now they're breaking down, they don't seem to have players prepared to run, and they've got to do that to play this style of game. There's a free kick, a marking infringement again. Well, he's gone the other way.
How can you shepherd him out in the contest?
Well, I thought he tried to climb on his opponent's back.
He's gone the wrong way.
However, Clark has got the ball at full forward for North. Flips the handball to Van Kreken on the left foot towards the goal scoop. Podner moves in behind the defence on that occasion, and that's got to be 50 now. Surely the umpire didn't call play on, and Podner's conned them because he was starting to try to run around. The play ran out him. The field umpire had not said play on.
And he's very smart too, because he marked it outside the goal screen. Got a kick from the boundary. Now he's right in front, and even you could miss on it. Even you.
Not bad brains for a 17-year-old.
It was last time they kicked 7 against it.
Back in we go. Stewart gets the tap down for Corio. Comes off hands. O'Toole underneath that.
Back.
Did key for North Geelong. Very crowded forward line. Not a lot of options for Barry. He'll chip the ball long. He's looking for Shane Burke, who's got a nice lead to it. Oh, he probably should have brought that one to ground, but he didn't. Comes off hands. Handball. Comes out wide to Lazarick. Does the fend off. Then one step. Drives in forward. They're looking for Burke, Jason, but he could not take the mark, and the ball will come out to Troy for North Geelong. He will bring it out to the near side of the ground in front of the commentary position. Goes back into the centre of the ground, but Barry O'Toole's there. Just delivers the ball back. It's going from one end to the other. Hollands, he'll come off to Key. Key's probably going to be a little bit quick for Barry. He gets a handball away. Down the outer side of the ground there is Hardiman. Hardiman's kick is poor, and it will be marked in the centre half back position by Corio. They'll now bring the ball back in. Oh, they're trying this delicate possession type footy, and it's come off in this case. So there's the ball in the hands of Utaki. Too close to the man on the mark and kicks into it. He's got to cover up and do his own work, and will just do enough to get a little free kick for a high around the neck. Delivers out wide now and finds Hunter. Hunter brings the ball out, comes to Cornwell. Cornwell off one step, drives the ball long, looking for Burke, but three North Geelong players are in the way there. Picked up by Hun. Hun kicks the ball in, and Lazarick runs in, finds Lazarick out of the corner of his eye, and he will mark the ball probably 45 to 50 metres out, directly in front of goal. Great vision.
Ricky needs to kick this, really, to get him up and running. He needs to kick this.
It's probably just his distance, you would think, into the wind.
Well, we'll see.
We will see. He's given off to Barry O'Toole. Barry's going to drive it long. Was it a good decision?
Passed it.
It's a pass. Great mark right on the goal line there by the Corio player. I think it might be Jason Burke to me. Yeah, Jason Burke it is. So Jason Burke, 3 metres out from goal, directly in front. Should pop this one through and draw the score up once again. And yes, he does. Ball goes through well into the old power here today.
So in the middle, ball goes up. This time Hoon that gets the tap down for Corio. Ball spills clear of the pack. Key for North Geelong. Towards half forward, Swennerson read that well. Ooh. Probably potential there. That's a shocking kick from Swennerson to Bryant, who's had a fair bit of the footy. That's a lovely handball to advantage, but unfortunately Andrews took his eyes off the footy. He was going goalwards before he got it.
You got to watch the ball into your hands.
So
there's not many blokes out there for Corio today that haven't got tats, I can tell you.
Ball in. Swennerson does the ruck work, follows up himself. Ball at ground level. Oh, that's a throw out. No, said the umpire, Lazarick. He gets it out to Cornwall. Cornwall across the ground to the defensive side. Is it a successful move? No. Fitzsimmons runs onto the footy. Luigi needs to do some shepherding, which he does. That's good play, and the chip comes back into Van Creeken. That's a bit better play for North Geelong. They got the ball back into the corridor in front of the goals, albeit 40 metres out. But Van Creeken, the opportunity here to post a score for North Geelong. Kicking with the bruise, it's probably worth 4 or 5 goals, I reckon, Grubby, when you look at the seconds. However, Van Creeken, it's not a bad looking kick off the boot, but it's gone left, so it's only a behind.
That's a let off that, because you never kick a ball 400 yards in the air across goal to a contest. He should have come boundary side.
So 2 goals, 8, North 20, 3-1-19. Corio, Buckley's end of home and centre, first quarter scoreboard, 29 minutes gone.
Ball comes out wide. It was looking for Stewart, and it's a mark. Is it the big fella? Oh, no, it's Shane Burke who's wandered up from the centre half forward line. He takes the ball, drives it out wide, looking for and finding Hunter. No, so ball will come back in. Fitzsimmons looking tight as he comes to the bench for a rest. So the ball comes in. Lazarick over the back will get the fist to advantage. Comes off hand to Hun. And the siren will beat Corio going into attack once more. So, at the first break, North Geelong, 2 goals, 8, perhaps slightly.